We all know that transformer is a static device. Hence, mechanical losses like frictional loss and windage loss are absent in it. But it consists of mainly two types of losses. First, coal loss or iron loss. Second, copper loss or variable loss. So in this video I will try to explain why this kind of losses occur in a transformer. For better understanding, please watch the video till the end. But if you don't know how a transformer works, it's not a big deal. Please watch my previous video where I discuss how a transformer works in detail. The link provided in the I button and also in the description box. Please check it out first, then watch this video to understand properly. Now we see what is coal loss or iron loss. From the name of the loss, we can understand that this loss occurs in the transformer core. So, the magnetic core of the transformer is responsible for that. The coal loss or iron loss is the sum of two losses. First, hysteresis loss, second, eddy current loss. Now, the main purpose of magnetic core is to channel the magnetic flux generated by the current flowing around the primary coil, so that as much of it as possible links to the secondary coil. So, magnetic core is a very important part of a transformer. We cannot ignore the loss occur in the transformer core. Now, to reduce the core loss, we have to learn about hysteresis and eddy current loss in detail. Now, the question arises in your mind, what is hysteresis loss? Hysteresis loss is due to the reversal of magnetization of transformer core whenever it is subject to alternating nature of magnetizing force. So, whenever the core is subjected to an alternating magnetic field, the alternating magnetic flux is created by alternating current flowing through the windings of this transformer. The domain present in the magnetic material will change their orientation after every half cycle. The power consumed by the magnetic domain for changing the orientation after every half cycle is called hysteresis loss. If you look at the BH curve, then you will observe that on the x-axis, even if the current becomes zero, the material is still containing some amount of flux, which is known as retentivity. The material has a property to keep some flux, and to make that flux zero, a cohesive force is applied. That external force that is applied is nothing but the hysteresis loss. So, to reduce the hysteresis loss, we use a good magnetic material for constructing the core. The hysteresis loss taking place in the transformer are directly proportional to the area of the hysteresis loop of the material, which is used for manufacturing the transformer core. Hence, hysteresis loss can be reduced by using material having least hysteresis loop area. Hence, silicon steel is used for manufacturing the transformer core as it is having very least hysteresis loop area. Now we see what is eddy current loss. When an alternating magnetic field applied to a magnetic material, an EMF is induced in the material itself, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Since the magnetic material is a conducting material, this EMF circulates a current within the body of the material. These circulating current are called eddy current. They will occur when the conductor experiences a changing magnetic field. as these current are not responsible for doing any useful work and it produce a I square R loss in the magnetic material known as an eddy current loss. Similar to hysteresis loss, eddy current loss also increase the temperature of magnetic material. The hysteresis and eddy current losses in a magnetic material are also known by the name iron loss or core loss. So, when the changing flux links with the core itself, it induced EMF in the core, which in turn set up the circulating current called eddy current, and these current produce a loss called eddy current loss or I square R loss, where I is the value of current flowing through the material and R is the resistance of the eddy current path. So this loss is not desirable. To minimize the loss, the magnitude of the current can be reduced by splitting the solid core into thin sheet called laminations. Each lamination is insulated from each other by a thin layer of coating of varnish. By laminating the core, area of each section is reduced and hence the induced EMF also reduced. As the area through which the current is passed is smaller, the resistance of eddy current path increases. So the losses are constant. That means the loss does not vary with the load. Now we see what is copper loss. We know every conductor has some resistance. The transformer has two windings, primary and secondary, which are made of some good conductor, mainly copper. So, when electric current passing through a conductor, in this case the conductor made of copper, due to conductor itself resistance, the ohmic drop occurs, which can be calculated by the help of I square R formula, where I is the value or magnitude of current passing through the conductor and R is the resistance of the conductor itself. So, when the transformer carry high amount of current, then the I square R loss is also very high. The copper loss is vary with the magnitude of the current. That's why copper loss is called variable loss. It vary with the load current. In transformer, there are more two types of losses occurs, which are not so important. First, stray loss and second, dielectric loss. So now briefly discuss about stray loss and dielectric loss. Stray loss. The stray loss occur due to the presence of leakage field. The percentage of these losses are very small as compared to the iron and copper loss. So this can be neglected. Now we see what is dielectric loss. Dielectric loss occurred in the insulation material of the transformer, that is in the oil of the transformer or in the solid insulators. When the oil gets deteriorated or the solid insulator get damaged or its quality decreased, and because of this the efficiency of the transformer is affected. The percentage of these losses are very small as compared to the iron and copper losses, so they can be neglected. So these losses are not so important, but if you are a true electrical engineer, then you have to remember these small things. These small things make you a great electrical engineer, so never miss out these kind of small things. Now I think there is no confusion regarding the type of losses occur in the transformer. I hope you found this video helpful. If you really do, then please share with your friends. That's all for this video guys. I will see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay at home.